So your daughter likes animals, and I think this is good for a 3-year-old and even on up, really. So I would say 3, 4 would be a good age for this. But you're trying to find what's different on each page. And so, as you can see, the shapes are pretty basic. So younger kids, this is perfect for. But yeah, find the fox whose ears are not the same, and it gets them paying attention. It gets them really looking at the details and kind of training their eyes. Love this book. It's very thick and well made. So princesses are a big fave in our house. So with our 6-year-old, but even at 3, the way that this board book is made, it's so thick. But what I love about it is not only are the illustrations beautiful, but they spend a lot of money on the cutouts. I'm a print designer by trade. That's what I studied. And there's just a lot of thought and planning in the design of this book. But any kind of lift the flaps, that discovery underneath, I think you could actually have a lot of fun with this book for years, And when she gets older and learns to read, she can actually read it on her own and enjoy the storyline. Once Upon a Timely is an illustrated story here, but it's got thicker pages. So I feel like even at 3, you can start reading this to her. It's kind of like a pretty good sampling. They mention all these different, like Princess and the Pea and Little Red Riding Hood, but the illustrations are really pretty. The colors are great, typical of Usborne, as you're familiar with. So, but if you don't have this one I really like. It's got some mermaids, got the princesses, But yeah, so this would be a good one that you could try. This is part of a set, actually. We did a video earlier with what are the stars, and what is a moon. I'll just open that one, show you guys. So it's basically, a bunch of different flaps, and you can open them up very similarly. Anything that promotes discovery, shows the bright shapes, the colors. I really like it. Both of these books are kind of answering some questions that, kids start to develop. So even when they get to be older and they can read on their own, they can read this and still gain that knowledge back. So there's not many options that I was able to find that are for 3-year-olds per se. But I would say starting at 4, for sure, you can start doing some fingerprint activities. And what I like about these is they know how to hold a pencil. They're learning at that point. So you can start decorating with faces. You can help them along and do this. It's a good way to capture those tiny little fingers on the page, just for keepsakes later. If they like dinosaurs, like I hear they do, this obviously not for 3-year-old, but when they get older, if they still like dinosaurs, this shows you all the different ways that you can draw dinosaurs. You can use fingerprints. You can actually draw by shapes. You can make collages. So really, really creative ways to kind of create some dinosaurs. This I like to call the gigantic book of doodling, drawing, and coloring. It's huge. It's got a lot of pages. So as you can see, everything from drawing animals to, it's like a activity book, if you will. So there's lots of directions on each page what to do. And everything's different. That's what I love about it. You can just do one page at a time. You could just literally flip and then stop on a whim. Oh wow, these bunnies, they need carrots. And where did the ears go? So we have to draw the ears. So very simple shapes, but gets them holding a pencil, gets them actually practicing drawing lines. So love this book. Lastly, Where's the Busy Bee? This gets them any 3-year-old, 4-year-old. I love this book because it's really thick. It's really bright, simple shapes again, but can you see the whale? And it gets them identifying different animals. Where's the spotted sail? So it works on their vocabulary. It gets them really paying attention and, again, just developing an eye for detail.